Hey y'all, it's Danielle from Black Business Boom, and I'm live with the ladies from the Tennessee Titans Foundation. Really excited to have this conversation. There's an amazing program coming up launching next week, right?
Yeah,
Especially for small business owners. And I wanted to make sure we were really intentional about getting this out to the Black Business Boom and Black people making moves community to learn about this amazing opportunity for them to grow their business. All right. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
hi
Great.
Danielle, doing good. How are you?
I am fantastic. It's a beautiful day. And
It
I am,
is.
again, just really appreciate you all spending some time with me today to talk about this amazing opportunity for small business owners here in the Nashville area. So I'm going to kick it over to you, Miranda. Tell us a little bit
All
about
right.
the program.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Danielle, for having us here. And thank you for the platform that you have that is incredibly, such has such a tremendous impact and reach across all communities. So once again, thank you for having us here. So my name is Miranda McDonald. I am the new director of community programs for the Tennessee Titans Foundation. I am in week 3 today, but I am here to talk about our masterclass that was recently announced in partnership with the Nashville Business Incubation Center as well as with the Don Harden Group. And this masterclass is a 4-part series that is carefully tailored and intentional about addressing the issues that lie within the inaccurate or inequitable representation as it relates to procurement between minority and small business owners. And so this small class or small master class will commence next Thursday. That is our first class in which we will be talking about financial tools, but the upcoming or the subsequent classes will focus on things such as growing your workforce, access to surety bonds, and also mentorship. So we're really excited about this opportunity to, again, bridge the gap and level the playing field.
I love it. Yeah, it's such a huge gap when it comes to procurement. And again, I think, from the Black Business Boom side, we
Mhm.
are really pushing our corporate partners to be intentional about
Mhm.
procurement. But at the
Yeah,
same time, it's so important that the small business owners are preparing themselves for those type
exactly.
of opportunities as well. Johari, tell me a little bit about why you all felt like this was really important work to support.
Yeah, I echo Miranda, Danielle. Thank you again for having us. But the main thing for us is that we wanted to make sure that the Titan Stadium project is a standalone deal, but it's also one of many of projects that are coming down the pipeline for Nashville and across the greater Tennessee region. And the thing that we really wanted to focus and emphasize is that we want to make sure that businesses, especially our Black and Brown minority owned businesses, are prepared. That you have the technical assistance, the things for your back office when it comes to certifications, trainings. Miranda mentioned surety bonds, all of these things that are in place so that you are prepared not only just for the stadium project, but for these projects that are coming down the pipeline. In addition to that, the new stadium will also bring a lot of events that will serve on a global scale. And so, how do we make sure that our DBEs and our small businesses are prepared to put in bids for these events that are coming? So, it's really thinking about the future. It's also thinking about making sure that we are doing what needs to be done because oftentimes, you hear a lot of folks who say, well, I didn't get the bid or I didn't know where to go. And so we want to make sure that people have this information on the front end and that they are successfully ready and have the networking, the mentorship, the skill sets, the tools that they need to successfully win these bids when they come along, but also to know exactly where to go to put their name in the hat. We also want to make sure that you have names and faces. A lot of times when these projects come along, you know that the project is happening, but you don't know who exactly is responsible for connecting the dots or connecting small businesses to the workforce. And so between myself, Miranda, Don Harden from Don Harden Group. We're really trying to build that awareness and really put our names and faces out there so people know that they can contact us for questions and reach out to us and know that we're available to answer any questions and provide any insight that we can.
I love it. Fantastic. We had a great question in the comments, and this is where we were going next anyway. So, what type of businesses is this geared toward? What type of business would be a good fit to participate in the masterclass?
Yeah, Miranda, I'll let you answer that one.
Sure. So, I mean, another reason or how this came about was we were starting to get a lot of questions about how different vendors and minority and small business owners could get involved with the construction and post-construction of the new stadium. And so if you are a vendor that is in the catering or hospitality business, or you're in photography or arts and culture, it's not just about construction or that procurement side. So it is a holistic and comprehensive experience. And so I say that if you are a small business owner, if you're interested in scaling up your business, if you have already scaled up your business to be competitive for a large scale development like the stadium, or as Jahari mentioned, any developments that come in the future, this is the masterclass for you.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that, for this masterclass series, it's really tailored towards, and this doesn't mean that you can't get involved, but it's really focusing on any small and minority owned business entities with at least $100,000 in annual revenue. Those are the type of businesses that we are encouraging to apply and attend this session. But that is for this masterclass. We also know that everybody's not up to that $100,000 annual revenue. And so we have future workshops and future classes that are coming specifically for those businesses that fit in the lower range of that. So, but what we're trying to do is really have more targeted conversation, because there's nothing worse than taking time to attend a workshop and then you get there and you're like, none of this really
applies to me.
None of this really applies to me. Or you get in that room and you feel intimidated because you're surrounded by people or businesses that may have, a little bit more experience and more depth than you have. And so we're trying to have more targeted conversations and really make sure that the rooms and the spaces that we create, that the individuals walk away with tangible tools that they can use to apply to their business, but also that it can create opportunities for them to be able to learn more about some of our community partners like NBIC and Corner to Corner, because maybe there are some programs within NBIC and Corner to Corner that may fit so that the next go round, you'll be ready. The last thing that I'll add to that is just, this is a marathon and not a sprint. Even though the stadium project is happening and getting underway in early spring of next year, it doesn't mean the stadium is not going to be built, in 60 days. We have almost 4 years that we want to tap into our small business communities and making sure that over the course of those 4 years that we are having some meaningful and intentional engagement and making sure that we are preparing small business owners. So we have a wow. We can slow walk this.
We got a wow, like for real.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is another situation though of, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And so it's now, I appreciate that you all are helping folks to get ready, because it may not be, next year, but if you're setting a foundation, you may be ready, 2 or 3 years down the line, there still may be some opportunities. So we got a couple quick questions. So someone asking about the sourcing of suppliers for projects with the Titans. So how do they source for those suppliers? Is there a vendor management process used to determine the quality of those proposed venders?
Yeah, Miranda, you want to take a stab?
And I know you all are not procurement folks.
However, we are not procurement folks. However, what I will say is that for that particular question, we are working very closely with Don Harden Group to really help us make sure that from a supplier diversity lens that we're doing everything that we need to do to exceed Metro's procurement goals that have been set in place. What I would say is that a great resource is to go and I think Danielle, I think I can message this in our chat so you can drop it in the link. But
Okay, great.
One thing that I will say is to visit our website so that you can visit our website that has all of our procurement. You can put your name in, you can submit your information into our vendor database so that we can have your information on hand. And then someone from Don Harden Group will follow up with you to be able to provide you more details around that. But we're working very closely with Don Harden Group. We are at the stage of getting ready to announce our construction manager at risk for the project. And so whoever that firm will be will work very closely with them to make sure that we are doing what we need to do to meet those goals. But the overall goal, the hope is that we exceed those expectations, and we're trying to do everything that we can on the front end to connect with more diverse businesses to ensure that we're able to do that. So I would highly, highly encourage, if you are a DBE, a small business owner, to please submit your information on this website so that we have it and that we're able to tap in and connect with you when the project gets underway. I'm going to drop it in this chat, Danielle.
Okay, great. Quick question around like if there are any goals set for the percentage or anything of minorities that need to be included, or are those in line with just kind of Metro's goals for diversity?
Go ahead, Miranda. I see you.
Yeah, so as Jahari mentioned, I mean, we're committed to exceeding Metro's requirement of 20%. And so we have committed to doing 25%, which I think goes above and beyond what's required. And so that is what our commitment is.
That is fantastic.
And you'll continue to hear more and more as this project continues to get underway about those procurement expectations, but also the things. One of the first of many steps, I think this masterclass is also a great way for us to connect face to face and engage with small businesses to build that procurement vendor pool. You know, I believe strongly in the power of relationships. And so for me, I definitely see that by being in this room, you will also get to meet some of our key leadership, but in addition, some of our key players on this project, so that you're able to make that connection and build that relationship, because who knows where that could lead and the potential of that. So
for sure. Yeah, Nashville is a very relationship-driven place.
Yes,
So
it is, for sure.
you want to make sure that you are in the room. If you can get in a room, you need to show up in the room. So
show up, please get in the room. You never know where it could lead to down the line.
Exactly.
So by all means, just get in the room.
Yep. So if there are folks that are tuned in and they are interested in participating in the masterclass, where should they go from here?
So if you will visit I'm trying to find the link so I can drop it also in here. But if you will visit our website, which is TennesseeTitans.com/community, you'll find everything you need. I'm also going to drop the link here so that you have the direct link. But if you visit our website and go to our community tab, then you'll be able to find all of the information about the masterclass, as well as the link to register for the class.
Fantastic. Love it. All right. Now I'll make sure I drop that in the chat as well. Again, great opportunity. Looking for minority businesses to take advantage of this important opportunity. Again, if you are over $100,000, this is really an ideal program for you. I'm grabbing that link and dropping it in the comments. Again, there are other opportunities coming. So the Tennessee Titans.com/community is a really great place to keep up with all the action that's going on. We do have one last question. Could this endeavor be challenged by the Secretary of State due to the minority outreach? That's an interesting question, Shadi.
Like, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I have the correct answer to give, but definitely,
Yeah, I
we'll
hope not.
Right.
I'll say I hope not, but we are seeing, a
there's a
lot of
lot
stuff
that's
going
happening.
on. But yeah, there's a lot going on with the affirmative action decision and how that'll
Right.
impact things when it comes to kind of that specificity around supporting
Mhm.
minorities. So
Right.
we'll see. That
I
was
think,
a
yeah,
fantastic
I was
question.
gonna say that was an interesting question. I think, for where we are right now and for what our 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 scope of service can be, we want to do everything we can right now in this moment to make sure that we are engaging and having a true commitment to minority-owned businesses. So we're gonna do what we can right now, as long as
Yeah.
as long as we can. So
All right. Wonderful. All right. I am so excited about this masterclass. Again, Don Harden is amazing. Angela Crane Jones at
yeah,
Nashville Business Incubation
Yes.
Center. So they got the folks that
Yes.
have been preparing folks to do this work, for years, and the folks that have been winning contracts. And
Mhm.
like
Right.
Don is out here really winning contracts, right? Like,
Yeah.
so they have the right folks that'll be in the room helping you to understand these processes, understand what you need to do to gear up to take part in a lot of the development that's going to be coming here to Middle Tennessee, whether it be the new stadium or beyond.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for joining me, ladies. This was great, and just very proud of you all and your individual growth and all the things that you all are bringing to the foundation. And I'm excited for the masterclass coming up next week.
Yay.
Thank
All
you
Thank
right.
so much.
you.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do
Absolutely.
to
Right.
support small businesses and Black businesses. We just appreciate all you do and what you bring, because you're always shining a light and you're always holding people like us accountable. And I just say
Yep.
thank you for that, because you
Love
continue
it.
to
Thank
make
you
us
so
have that
much.
awareness. Thank you.
I truly appreciate it. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. You all have the information. Now go do something with it. All right.